Only Vegeta fans are allowed to watch this video. Starting at number 1, we're gonna go with Awakened Pulse FB01. Here is Super Saiyan Vegeta. Look at that. Sheesh. Let's go. Now I wish I said I have every single Vegeta from Fusion World, but I don't. I'm still chasing, but just for the sake of this video, I wanted to show you guys every single card and how the cards actually look like in person, because if I show you guys on the website how the card looks like, it looks just a little different. You can't really see how it actually looks like, but here it is. So that's Vegeta from FB01. So moving on to FB02, Blazing Aura. You guys are ready? So we have a leader front here, and then we have leader back. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. This is such a beautiful card. If you guys can get this card, get it, because this is one of my favorite cards of pretty much a lot of these cards that I'm about to show you guys. It's just all blue. I love everything about this card, the texture, the gold stamps. And if you guys know me, you guys been following me for a while, I always talk highly about leader cards. They're so underrated. I rather chase leaders than chase secret rares or 2-stars, and 2-stars are nice, but leader cards, I mean, look at that. Such a beauty right there. A must have. That's FB02. Now I know that in FB01 we really just covered one card, but yeah, that's how much Vegeta gets disrespected in Fusion World. But it's a good thing because there's not a lot of cards that you have to chase, and that's the beauty about chasing Vegeta in Fusion World. Now the next card I'm going to show you guys, I don't have it, but I'm going to show you guys on the screen. This is FB02, and this is an SR alt, and this is, and you can see Vegeta punching Golden Frieza here. So I don't have this card yet. I don't even know how I even missed this, but I am missing this. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next card, and it's gonna be FB03. FB03 is gonna be Raging Roar. So here we go. Now I know this card is not an alt art, but it is an SR. I can't believe I actually put this one here, but I just think you guys should really get this card. It's an SR card only, non-alt. But look at the beauty of this card. Look at the texture, blue. There's a little bit more text on the bottom, and that's totally fine, but look at that. You can see all the blue there, all the texture. I just felt like I had to add it there, even though it's a non-alt card, but SR. So definitely must have. Now we're gonna move on to an SR alt, and the next one is from FB03 still. Look at that. Sheesh. So we got an SR alt art, Saiyan Universe 7 Tournament of Power. Look at that. Let's go. Still in FB03. Next card is gonna be, man, whoo, Majin Vegeta. Let's go. Look at this beauty right here. My God. Oh, let's freaking go. Wow. Look at that. Let's go. I mean, the authority. I love the colors, the red, the oranges. I mean, the aura there, the, I guess, lightning. And then just the lack of text there, like a little bit of text, but not too much. I'm all about the art, but this one, you guys gotta have this one. You guys gotta add it to your list. So, but I do have this one, fortunately, but such a beautiful card. My goodness, I freaking love Vegeta cards. So the next one I don't have. Once again, this is crazy. I can't believe I don't have this card. But the next card is going to be Trunks Future, but this is like one of those parallel cards that are in the box in Raging Roar. I believe there's 3 parallels. I can't remember what the other 2 are, but this is going to be one of them. And I do consider this being a Vegeta card because obviously Vegeta's there and Trunks is there. Even though most of the cards that I am showing, it's really only mostly Vegeta, but that's kind of like how I rank or how I see these cards. So this one is going to be FB04 Ultra Limit. So this is a new box. So this is gonna be Vegeta Mini DA, and as you guys can see on the bottom, it says DA there, and that stands for Daima. So Daima started really getting introduced into FBO4. So you'll start seeing a little bit of Goku Mini, Vegeta Mini, Bulma Mini, and a lot of their decks and stuff like that. You'll start seeing a lot of that mini stuff, or Daima stuff. So, but yeah, there is Vegeta Mini. I wasn't really too much of a fan of Vegeta Mini. I don't know what. I guess I want to talk a little bit more about that in other cards here. But yeah, I guess a lot of people didn't really like Daima. But of course, you know, people really love the fact that Akira Toriyama ended up adding, or was able to add, Super Saiyan 4 there. Spoiler alert, Super Saiyan 4 Goku there at the end, which was really, really cool. But yeah, so, but yeah, super nice card there. So we're gonna go into the next card, which is gonna be still Ultra Limit. And guys, you guys already know leaders is my jam. So here we go. So here is a Vegeta leader card. Here is gonna be the leader front, and then you guys are ready. So here is the leader back. Let's go. Look at that. My goodness. I just love the purples, the greens, everything about this card is just amazing. So if you guys can get this Gallic gun, I mean, come on, let's go. Vegeta doing the Gallic gun here. Vegeta fans only. You know what I'm saying? So we have an SR Alt Grade 8 Vegeta here. So just punching the ground there. But yeah, nothing crazy. You know, just Grade 8 Vegeta. So add it to the list, guys. This next card I don't have, but I'm gonna go ahead and show it up on the screen. This is Baby Vegeta. I actually sold this card. I actually regret it a little bit, but now I have to get it back. But this is gonna be an FBO4, still Ultra Limit. This is another leader card, which was cool because this was 2 leaders for FBO4. But Baby Vegeta, so here's the leader front, and then here is the leader back. So Super Baby 2 is gonna be the leader back. But I love this card so much. I have owned it before, but the reason why I like this card so much is because there is a lot of black on this card. It's pretty dark, but once you hit it with that light, there's all these different ridges of the card and all these different types of lines. It's just a beautiful card. So you guys must have this one if you guys are a Vegeta fan. All right, so here's another one from FBO4. So this one is gonna be a Grade 8 Baby. So nothing crazy, but that is gonna be Grade 8 Baby, and it is gonna be an SR Alt there. Blue and yellow. All right, let's move on to still FBO4, but this is gonna be Super Baby 1. I like the background. The colors are pretty cool. Kind of like that pink and that purple haze there. So, but yeah, that one's nice as well. So a definitely must. That's another must from FBO4. All right, so FBO4, this has to be like up there. This is the chase. If you're a Majin Vegeta fan, you guys have to have this card right here. So here we go. Final Explosion FBO4. This is a parallel card. So from my understanding, and I've tried to check with different collectors and people who have ripped these boxes from Ultra Limit, people have said that you can either hit 1 parallel in a whole case, or you can hit 3 parallels in a whole case. I don't know how true that is, but I have heard different people saying that. Now the cases that I've seen open, I've only seen 1, and I remember when I hit this card, not specifically this one, but this is actually another copy that I ended up getting. But the first time I ever hit this card, I remember there was only one parallel in that whole case, and it was a Majin Vegeta. So I remember that day very clearly because I seen the whole case get open in that one strain. But guys, look at that final explosion. Now this is a parallel, and the reason why you can notice that is because on the image, if you guys notice on the bottom right, it says FBO3 102. So this is a parallel from the previous set, but they went all out with this card. I mean, if you guys are a Vegeta fan, this is like up there for me. Like, this is like probably like top, it has to be like in the top 5 or top 10 cards that you must have for your Vegeta collection right here. So beautiful card, the orange, the borders, like how everything leaks into the border, all the art, the gold stamp. I mean, the white background, it makes him pop. Like, everything about this card is just so beautiful. All the red, the orange, so much going on. I mean, the texture about this card, this card is just amazing. So yeah, this Vegeta fans only for sure. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to FBO5. So FBO5 is a whole different box, and this one is gonna be World Adventure. So this one is gonna be an SR alt. So this is Vegeta, you know, with the halo ring there. So I thought this card was pretty nice. I like how he's just looking straight, you know, straight at you. And he has the halo ring there. I love the colors, that almost like an orange, the red, the yellows, and then that pop of blue, and then there's like a blue aura around him. So yeah, this one's a beauty. So definitely a must have. So FBO5, that's a whole different box. That is World Adventure. Now the next card is in FBO5. They started introducing, they used to have this set or these cards before called Dokkan or the Dokkan. I keep saying Dokkan. I'll just say Dokkan, whatever. Dokkan battle cards. So these cards right here, they used to be like a card game. But anyways, this one, there's a set of 10 cards, but this is the only Vegeta in that set. So out of the 10 cards, here is the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Dokkan Battle card. And this one should say on the bottom right, it is the parallel card from FBO3, which is the Raging Roar -020. So, but yeah, that one's a beauty. This card is really, really nice. I like how it's a full art card. And for some of you guys have been watching my videos, I actually talk about some cards that kind of give off that Pokemon vibe, like the SIR or like the special illustration rares. So if you guys check out this video, I actually go through a lot of other different Dragon Ball cards where, you know, the art bleeds into the borders, or it's just like a full art, or that manga type or manga vibe or SIR vibe type of cards, where it kind of takes a snapshot of the art of the manga. But this one right here, I feel like it did make the list because it's just how it looks like, how it kind of bleeds into everything, into the borders and everything. But yeah, this one's a really, really nice card. So that's a definitely must have if you're a Vegeta fan. So it shouldn't be too much. It shouldn't really cost too much to buy that card. But the next one I'm going to go over, and how I was talking about like how in Dragon Ball or in Fusion World, they started introducing a lot of like Daima cards. So here's an example of one, but we are jumping, wow, we are already jumping to FBO6. So from so we already got done with FBO5. Now we're going to FBO6, and FBO6 is gonna be Rivals Clash. Rivals Clash does have the chase card, I believe is the 2-star Broly. So here is the Daima box, or Daima Vegeta or Vegeta Mini Super Saiyan 3. So yeah, so this is gonna be an SR alt, and like I said, it's from Rivals Clash. Daima was okay to me, but I will say like the whole Vegeta Mini, I don't know. Maybe there was another Super Saiyan 3 that maybe I'll show you guys, and maybe I kind of liked it a little bit more. But I'm not sure about Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta Mini, guys. But what are you guys' thoughts about Vegeta Mini? Do you guys like him or not really? Let me know in the comments. But here is Vegeta Mini. And then the next card, we're going to go ahead and hop on to Manga series. So SBO1, or the Manga Booster, launched right after FBO6. And it went, I don't even know if it went too nuts. But later on, people just started going nuts over Manga boosters. But I remember in the beginning, people were just joking about these cards. I was like, nah, But here we go. So I am gonna mention an SR or an SR, regular SR, in my video. But look at that. It has the gold stamp. You know what? I should have taken out the other card, but this I'm gonna take out the SRs at least, so that way I can tell you and show you guys what I really mean by this, so you guys can really see what these cards really look like. And I'm not joking. This is a must-have for any Vegeta fan. So if you guys are gonna get some of these cards, here is the SR, and I want you guys to look a little bit closer. So look at all the gold stamp there, but look at this section right here, in the black area where it says Vegeta. Like, look at the texture. So I'm gonna put it up in an angle where you guys can see it, but look at that texture there, guys. It just looks amazing to me. So yeah, this is just an SR, and it has a gold stamp all around. It has the silver, it has that holochrome, or the rainbow holochrome. I mean, it's got the manga art, and it has that black texture on the card. I don't know. I don't know. I guess a lot of people were not too much of a fan of it, but I'm like, that's the actual art. I mean, it kind of really gave me the like vintage vibes, but like now it's just modernized, right? It has that modern, nice look to it, that Fusion World type of design, but they combined it with manga art. I was like, dude, that's genius. I love that card so much. I figured that was really a good mention for me to make. But let's go ahead and get into the all art though. Let's get into SBO1 Manga Booster 1. I actually have this one graded, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what this looks like. So here we go, guys. We have an SR alt art SBO1 Vegeta, and you can see Goku in the back. And I've talked about these cards and these red manga cards before, but the reason why I like them so much is because look at how Vegeta is in blue there, or he is in color, but then Goku is in black and white, and they did that on purpose. And I love how everything else is red, and the ridges on the cards is just so amazing. But I chose to grade with tag because I always love how my cards look like in a tag slab. I can actually enjoy them. They don't look foggy at all. I mean, look, you guys can see right through the plastic, and it's just amazing. So, but yeah, such a beautiful card. Here's the ridges. You guys can see the texture there. Let's see right there. Look at the texture, guys. Sheesh. And the gold stamp. Of course, it's the green. Yeah, the green deck. So yeah, definitely a must-have if you guys are a Vegeta fan. But my goodness, that's a banger right there. A banger. All right, so let's talk about the next card. And this one is still gonna be SBO1, guys. So this one was one of the very first times, and I'm gonna have to take it out of this case. But guys, this card is beautiful. Like, it's just an amazing card. I can't believe I'm actually taking it out of the case. But you guys, so that way you guys can take a look at it a little bit better. But you guys know me, I love leader cards, and when these leaders came out, I personally lost my mind, because one, the leader front is all black and white, just like this, just like the manga. So you can see the art there, and of course it's the manga booster. But for the very first time in all of Fusion World and all of the leaders from Dragon Ball Super or this TCG or whatever Fusion World, this is the first time that the leader back is all gold. Look at that. Not real gold, but it's the first gold leader from all of Fusion World. I mean, it was crazy because when people were opening up this box, people were just undervaluing these cards so much, and I'm like, are we just gonna like skip over the fact that this is like the very first gold manga leader? But man, look at that. The gold stamp is right there. You can see Vegeta. Vegeta is flat, right? Just like the manga, and it has like that nice pop of color, but not too contrasty, like not too saturated, I guess. It's just like flat enough where it kind of looks like old school, but then it's got that gold, and then it has that rainbow hollow behind that gold somehow. I don't even know how they did that, but you know, guys, I have to take it out of the sleeve so you guys can actually see. This is another card I will take out, that's fine. But look, without the glare of the plastic, like look at the actual, look at that gold. My goodness, my hand's shaking. There we go, right there. My God, bro, let's go. Yeah, that's freaking nice. Vegeta fans only, or only Vegeta fans. Only Vegeta fans are gonna appreciate this card. But look at that, all gold. Let's freaking go. I gotta put it back in the sleeve. I gotta put it back in my case. I gotta put it back in my case, guys. I can't keep it out that long. But you know what I was gonna say is that, you know, if you guys are chasing all these Vegeta cards, take your time, create a card list, make a list, make some goals, and just like, and collect responsibly. It's funny because I mentioned that they're like, dude, there's no such thing as collecting responsibly, but I think there is. There's a good happy medium where you guys are able to collect cards and you guys don't have to be like in a rush. Just get connected with a lot of groups, you know, go on different platforms, talk to other collectors. You never know who's not a Vegeta fan. Obviously, everybody in watching this video, maybe there's people that want to trade here. That would be pretty cool if people want to trade in this chat or in these comments, and you know, reach out to one another, and maybe you guys can trade. Maybe you guys can send me a card outside. I'm just kidding. But you know, just reach out to other people or other collectors in this video, and you never know. But yeah, that leader card, banger. Now the next card that I'm going to show you guys, so I'm going to show you guys another manga booster. I think this was 01 as well. So this one is going to be silver, so I'm going to show you guys the silver one. Now this one, I am going to consider it a Vegeta card because I've actually talked about it in one of my other videos. I talked about energy markers, or the silver energy markers, and how everybody pretty much threw them away because they were only like $3 or $4, which is crazy to me. But anyways, that's the story for you guys to watch in that other video. But this one is energy marker E60, and this one has this is one of the cards that I had Akira Toriyama signature on there on the art. Now once again, guys, I want to say this is not a signature card. Don't quote me and don't be saying like, oh, this guy was pumping this card and he was saying it was a signature. It's not a signature card, and I've said that every time, and I put it in the disclaimers, I put it in my comments. This is not a signature card. The signature was already there on the card, on the comic, and then they reprinted it over and over, and it just happens to be on this one. Now this is the only time that Fusion World, not in all the cards or all the cards that have ever existed, but manga booster in Fusion World, this was the first time they printed this out. And I'm going to show you guys the next card. But the reason why I feel like this is a Vegeta card is because Vegeta looks like he is staring at Akira Toriyama signature. And I just think it was funny. So I'm going to consider must-have Vegeta card. So this is the must-have if you're a Vegeta fan. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next card. And the next card is going to be, I'm going to put it up on my screen, but it's pretty much the same thing, but it's the gold version of the energy marker. So same thing, same art, and it's going to have just the texture, the gold texture, and it's still going to be E60, but it's the alt art version of the silver. But I like to call this the the poor man's energy marker. Because this is the poor man's energy marker, not the gold one now. But who knows? Who knows what the market's gonna do, guys? But by the way, you guys can see a lot of this art printed in some of the other earlier versions of Dragon Ball cards, such as like Visual Adventures, right? There's some old sets that you guys can see the same art on. Now, me personally, I didn't kind of like those cards because it has like this really weird green marble behind it, and it just drowns the whole art. I just don't like it, me personally, but whatever. That's the OG stuff, but whatever. We're just talking about Fusion World in this video. So the next card that I'm gonna go over is gonna be FBO7. So it went FBO6, SBO1, then it went to FBO7. And FBO7, like how I was telling you guys, is like they still kind of bleed into the art, some of that Daima stuff, some of the mini stuff, mini Goku, mini Vegeta, Bulma, whatever. They still added some of those cards or that art in some of these cards. So let's go ahead and take a look at FBO7. But FBO7 box is called, let me look it up. Sorry, I have my notes and I'm reading them here. But FBO7 is going to be Wish for Shenron. Yeah, a lot of people went crazy on that one too. A little over time. That's where the Sleepy Goku is at. You'll see you'll see Shenron in there, the leader card, all that good stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the next card, and it's gonna be a Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 Daima. So I feel like this Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta looks a lot better than the mini, in my personal opinion. This is a little bit more manageable for me. I like this one better than the actual other Daima. So, but yeah, I feel like this one's pretty cool. You know, he's taller or whatever, has the actual body size, and I love how the hair looks like and everything. Some people didn't really like him either, but I think he looks fine. I like the stance, I like the art of it, so I definitely could live with this one. So this one's a really nice Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and this will be once again FBO7 Wish for Shenron. So we already passed Manga Booster. Now the next card, and guys, this is the only card, the only Vegeta all art in Wish for Shenron. The disrespect, once again, the disrespect. But talking about disrespect, let's talk about the next one, and it's gonna be FBO8. I'm gonna try to go as fast as possible through this card, but I have a little bit of a beef with Dragon Ball on this, because this is called FBO8 Saiyan's Pride. And for only Vegeta fans out there, you guys know what Saiyan's Pride means, right? I mean, come on. It's Vegeta all over it. Well, there was not one secret rare, not one leader, there was not one uncommon alt art, not one common alt art. There was not even a secret rare, 2 stars, nothing for Vegeta. Except we only got Vegeta eating a cookie, butter, stick of butter, I don't know, tamales. I don't know what he's eating here, but this is the only card we got for Saiyan's Pride. I know you guys were waiting for something juicy here, you know, because the title of the video is called Only Vegeta Fans, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of you Vegeta fans felt the same pain that I felt when everybody was not pumping, oh my god, I can't stand that word anymore. When everybody was excited about Saiyan's Pride, and everybody was like, whoa, like Vegeta and like Majin Vegeta, let's go. And guess what happened? The card list dropped. Everybody was looking online, and this is all we got. Vegeta Youth. We only got Vegeta with a scouter just sitting there eating a wafer, a stick of butter. He can be eating an MRE. I don't know. He can be eating some Saiyan ready to eat meals. I don't know. Some SREM. I don't know what acronyms I'm making up now, but that's all we got. I'm not even joking with you. You guys can go verify the card list. That's literally all we got. We only got Vegeta Wafer. But I talk about this in my videos and my other videos, like, but here's something interesting about it. Maybe this made it up to me a little bit as a Vegeta fan. So this card was the only card in all of Fusion World, and is the very first time that Fusion World introduced Vegeta Youth as an alt art card. It's the only time. This is the only alt art there is. The first one that I've seen where he has his scouter, he has his cape, he has his armor, he's eating whatever that is. Some people said it was a protein bar, some people said it was tamales. I don't know what he's eating, but I thought it was a one-of-a-kind kind of card, so I'll allow it. The next card that I'm gonna go over, yeah, exactly, that's it. That was FBO. That was Saiyan Sprite. FBO9 Dual Evolution. I feel like this one was all about Gogeta, man. Everybody who was a Gogeta fan, sheesh, you guys made out. But I don't have these cards. I should be getting them. Hopefully, I should be getting them soon. I'm trying to get them as a set. But these is what they're called, visual arts, and I'm going to put it up on my screen. This is Vegeta FBO9-044. This is a rare alt art, and this is going to be a visual art card. That's what they call it on Fusion World website. They call it visual art. So this is what a visual art looks like. And then the next one that I'm going to show you guys, I do have it, and I feel like this is the hardest SR alt art, overly done, over the top, like top tier SR alt art Vegeta that there is from all of Fusion World. And I'm gonna tell you guys here why in a second, but here it is. Look at that Vegeta. Guys, this is an SR alt art in FBO9. I feel like in FBO9 they try to go all out with gold, but I have never seen so much gold and so much texture and so much rays and aura and blast and lightning, and I don't know what is going on here. Rainbow hollow, like this card has it all. Look, like I'm gonna shine it the other way and you guys can see all the gold. That's all the gold, guys. And then that's all the blue. And then that's all the other colors there, the rainbow hollow, whatever you want to call it. But this one is like over the top. Super Saiyan Blue SR Alt Art FBO9 Dual Evolution card. And this was just an SR Alt. I was like, why didn't they just like give him a little bit more respect and put him in one of the SCRs? Now, of course, Vegeta is on the Gogetas or the whatever is the fusion, but I kind of wish like he was alone. Like, can we just make some cards with Vegeta just alone? Like, why does it always have to be with Goku? Whatever, I'm over it. Anyways, but yeah, that SR alt, banger. Okay, so the next card that we're gonna go over is gonna be another FBO9 card. I don't have that one. That's another visual art card, and I like this one because this is where Goku and Vegeta do have the Halo ring, and they're fighting Janemba and whatever. They're gonna do the fusion. Gogeta makes sense. Gogeta Dual Evolution SCR 2 stars. It works up to the 2 stars, and it's a storyline. So there it is. There's Goku and Vegeta. The reason why I like this card so much is because I'm starting to like the yellow borders on some of these cards. The yellow borders are really, really nice. So here is Vegeta FB09-093 Rare Alt Art, and it's called a visual art card from FB09. So if you guys are gonna chase that, there it is. And the next card, which I'm also missing, is gonna be another FB09 card. I feel like on top of, I don't know, I feel like this I really like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, but this Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta has really been calling my attention a lot. But this one right here, FB09-117 SR Alt Vegeta, this is Super Saiyan 4. Look at that, guys. Look at the red. Look at all the blue and the gold going around the image. I mean, this is a really nice card. I can't wait to get this one in my hands, but that's one card I don't have. So I might have all these other cards, but there's still some here and there that I'm missing. But I feel like I kind of was trying to put a little bit of like other cards at the top of my list, but now I'm just kind of getting to this point where, you know, everybody is like kind of trying to catch up, and I'm at that point now. And they, for some reason, now really wanted to pump Vegeta into the FB09 series, but in these other lower tier cards. So I don't mind it. But now the FB09 and FB10 should be launching soon. I will be making more videos in the future. I'm pretty sure I'm going to talk about a little bit more about all these other videos or these other things, but I do want to talk about just a couple more cards that I feel like are worth mentioning in this video. I'm going to go a little bit out of order, but that was all Fusion World boosters. But I have a little surprise for you guys. So for all you only Vegeta fans, if you guys are gonna get into this stuff and you guys are gonna collect, especially Majin Vegeta, you guys gotta get these cards. So the next one I'm gonna talk about is, so there's these starter decks. I kind of didn't want to jump to starter decks, but I feel like the latest couple starter decks that they launched, they did Vegeta right. So I feel like at this moment, if you're already like deep into this video, deep into this stream of only Vegeta fans, I appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys these last few cards, and then we'll be done. So all right, so there's these starter decks called FS09, FS11, and FS12. And FS09 is called Shallot. But I'm not gonna show you guys that one yet, because I'm gonna leave the best for last. But then there's FS11 called the Phase of Evolution, and then there's FS12, the Beat of Ki. So I'm gonna start with FS11, and FS11 had these cards, and I think they're super nice. Like, so it has Vegeta here, a common card. And this one is FS11-12. I don't have this one yet. That one's pretty cool. Then the next one is going to be FS11-13. This is a common alt art, and it's going to be this one right here. So Vegeta is like kind of doing this kick. Nothing crazy, but just wait what I mean on, like, they did Vegeta right on some of these starter decks. I can't believe I'm actually talking about this, because I kind of broke my own rule on staying on the boosters, but I feel like I had to end this on a really good card. So here is FS11, and like I said, FS11 was gonna be called the Phase of Evolution. And if you guys don't know what that looks like, it's just Super Saiyan 3 Goku standing there, the old school Super Saiyan 3 from Dragon Ball Z, that art. He's just standing there, but yeah, that's gonna be the chase, the leader alt Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But it has a few Vegeta cards in that set, and that one's like really cool. I love the rainbow. It almost looks like that high-tech rainbow hollow, but that one's gonna be the first one. So that's a Majin Vegeta. And then this is gonna be another alt art, common alt art Majin Vegeta, same starter deck, FS11. Or sorry, FS11. So look at that, guys. My goodness. But are you guys ready to pretty much end this video here? So I'm gonna go ahead and put these 3 cards here, and I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out just a little bit. But I wanted to show you guys something really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and change my camera angle here, but look at these two cards here, right? So you have these Majin Vegetas. Then there's another alt art from FS09, and FS09 starter deck is called Shallot, and that was from Dragon Ball Legends. It was a made-up character for Dragon Ball Legends app, and you could play it on your iPhone or whatever, your phone. But it was an app for Dragon Ball where you fight and all that stuff. But that was a made-up character. But in the starter deck for FS09 Shallot, there is one alt art there, and it's a Majin Vegeta alt art. Common alt. Final Explosion alt art. And here it is, guys. Sheesh. Let's go. Look at that. So this is the alt art version. My goodness, guys. Look at that. And the reason why I like it so much is because, you know, it does meet, it kind of matches all the other 3 cards from the other decks. Eventually I'm gonna get all these graded, but yeah, look at that. It has a gold stamp. It has the you can see Vegeta in the background there. You can see the Majin Vegeta. You know what, I'm gonna do something even better. I'm gonna take it out of my sleeve here. Look at that. Sheesh. Look at all that gold, guys, and the ridges. Look at the image of Majin Vegeta there. And this is from Dragon Ball, like I was saying, Legends. My god, that's so cool. I really love this card, and you can see all the gold there. Man, that to me was like an insane card. I feel like it was such a great way for me to end this video and really just show you guys, you know, a lot of these Vegeta cards and a lot of these Vegeta chases that you guys can go after. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you're a Vegeta fan, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.